Once you've paid for your hosting account and you've got your account set up, you can then go ahead to my.siteground.com. You can log in using your email address that you use to set up your account with and that password that you set when creating your account. When you first get in here, this is the screen you will see. This is the welcome screen, and you can see there's some success tips and suggestions, and you can read some blog posts as well. Okay, so you can have a little nosy through there, have a read of some interesting articles. But what we're interested in is this websites tab. And when you come in here, you will basically see all the websites that you have, of which you will have just one. Okay, so I have some of my clients' accounts here in this account, and you will only have one. And what you will see is something like this one here with lexidemo.com. You will see site tools and a manage button here as well. Okay, so what we want to do next is go and click on the site tools, and this will take us to the dashboard of our website. And this is the back end where we configure everything in our hosting account related to this website, of which I'm using lexidemo.com for this demonstration. So we have some pin tools which we can edit, and these are basically shortcuts to things in the menu over on the left hand side here. Okay, we've also got some site information, and if you've set up your website using an existing domain, i.e. you didn't buy a domain when you set up your account, then what you need to do to make your existing domain point to this hosting is you need to go into your domain settings, wherever that is, whatever company you bought your domain from. You need to go into the settings, look for the area where you change the name servers, and then you change the name servers to match what you see just here. Okay, so these are the two name servers you need to put in, this ns1.gukm1007.siteground.biz and the ns2 as well. Okay, not the IP address at the end, just the ns1 up to siteground.biz and the ns2 up to siteground.biz as well. Okay, so these are the two name servers you need to enter into your domain settings if you have an existing domain. If you've bought a domain when you set up your account, don't worry, Siteground will have configured the correct name servers for you from the start. Okay, so that's where you do that. If you do have to change your name servers, you may have to wait 24 to 48 hours when visiting that domain for it to see the new hosting account. It's got to take time to populate all around different data centers around the world, so it may take 24 to 48 hours. So you just have to be a little bit patient there, and you may have to wait a couple of days before you can actually see your website. Okay, so that's the first thing, is about name servers. Okay, so this is the Siteground dashboard, your account or your website dashboard. And what Siteground have done, unlike a lot of other companies, is created this really, really easy to use back-end administration system. And they've also modeled it on the WordPress dashboard as well. So if you have seen the WordPress dashboard, you will see it's a familiar layout with a sort of header across the top and account details in the top right corner. Some settings that you can change, like changing between different sites. But the main menu is down on the left hand side as well, just like WordPress. If you've seen other hosting companies, you will see that their cPanel account section is just a mess of different settings, and it's complicated, it's confusing, and sometimes there's settings you don't know which part of it you need to go in to change the relevant settings, and it's really, really easy to make mistakes. So this is really easy to use. Everything's listed nicely over on the left hand side as menus and submenus, and it's just really, really nice to use. So before we go on and start changing the things that we need to change, let's just give you a quick overview. So we've got the site, currently we're in the dashboard tab, as we can see here. We've got the Site tab, which gives us access to our File Manager, and we've got a File Explorer that we can go to. So if we need to find any files within our website or make any changes to files, we can do so through this File Explorer. We do have access to FTP accounts. You may be requested for FTP access to your website if you're working with a developer. That's basically so that they can remotely connect to your file manager via a file transfer protocol. And this basically allows them to connect to your server and have a secure connection between their computer and your account on the Siteground server. Okay, so you can set that up there. App Manager, we're not going to worry about too much because we're going to install WordPress and MySQL and PostgreSQL. I don't know how you pronounce that. PostgreSQL. These are things to do with your database as well. So what I'd say is stay clear of them at the moment. There's no need for you to get involved in them. The next tab we've got is the Security tab. So this is where we can go ahead if we've got the Grow Big account or above, then we do have daily backups that we can look at. So we can see we've got backups of our website every day. So if you do have issues, you can restore from a backup. We've got the Ssl Manager where we'll come in and install the secure certificates. So we've got that encrypted website I spoke about. And then we will go ahead and enforce that secure connection as well. Under the Speed tab, again, if we have that Grow Big account, we have caching facilities, which basically makes it compresses files, images, and things like that, just to help your website stay smaller. And that basically allows your website to load quicker in a nutshell. So it has quicker loading using caching functions. And then we'd also have access to a content delivery network called Cloudflare. We can easily integrate with that. And again, what that does is it sets up localized versions of your website on different servers around the world, which basically takes the load off your server. And again, it can help with speed. But again, we're not going to worry about that too much. So WordPress, this is where we can come and install and manage WordPress, which we'll go over a little bit later. Domain settings, so we can see park domains, subdomains, redirects, and make changes to our DNS settings, which you may need to do at some point. And then we've got our email accounts where we can set up our email, we can set up and view our email accounts. And then there's some statistics that we can look at, sort of traffic to our website, errors and access logs. So if you do have problems and you are asked for your error log, that's where you can find them. And then there's a section here for developers as well to go and do more advanced things, which we're not going to cover. Okay, so this is our basic dashboard, the back end, and where we change all the settings. It's quite easy to do. The things that we're going to cover in the next videos are your security, your email, and then finally getting WordPress installed. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the next video and let's get that SSL certificate installed on your website.